So The Laws of Human Nature is a book that I've read not too long ago, and it has taught me how to become a more rational human being that, well, understands other human beings even better. I realized I'm forgetting my branding. You found it. Anyways, these are the 3 laws in the Laws of Human Nature. There's 18 laws in total. Here are the 3 laws that has personally helped me the most and has kind of stuck with me the most. And I believe it's going to help you and it's going to stick with you the most as well. So let's just begin. The first one is the law of irrationality. I actually have a script here. The law of irrationality states that irrational behavior thrives on ignorance. What's an irrational behavior? Let's say Paul over there is making me angry, and I want to punch Paul. But my brain tells me, no, Niguang, you can't punch Paul. You're gonna get in trouble for if you punch Paul. You're gonna get in trouble. Just don't do it. That's when your brain is suppressing an irrational behavior. However, when you are in an irrational state, it's quite difficult for your brain to tell you to not punch Paul. Your brain is kind of dumbed down. It's kind of like, shut up. Your irrational state is telling your brain to shut up. So when your irrational state tells your brain to shut up, you're not going to listen to your brain anymore. You'll listen to your irrational state. The irrational state is screaming louder than your brain is. So what's going to happen? You're going to punch Paul. You may have heard this before, actually. You may have heard the phrase before, like a movie, or you've heard it before somewhere. Something came over me. You've heard that before, right? Something came over me. I didn't want to punch Paul, but something just came over me. And that is your irrational part of your brain that kind of came over you. It kind of took over you. And you punch Paul. But thankfully, there is a way to kind of go around this. And that is to be aware of being in an irrational state. So when you know that an irrational state is something where you're like angry or you're moody, and your fight or flight response takes over, your animal brain kind of like breaks free from the chains that your human brain usually holds it in. So that's when like the beast one runs wild inside your brain. And when you're in that state, any action can easily be provoked. The only way that you can go around it is to notice when you're about to enter that state. Okay, I'm going to use a little bit of a story from the book. In Athens, it's somewhere in Greece, I believe. Athens, they worship a god called Athena. And Athena they would meditate and they pray to Athena in hopes that they will win a war or something like that. And that is when they hope that Athena would kind of enter their spirit. And they would be blessed to see with a great foresight. They can now think straight. And what they were actually doing was they were trying to enter a rational state. They were trying to get rid of all irrationality so that they would think straight. And the only way you can think straight is when your irrational states are turned off. So, the key point for this first law is to know when you're about to enter an irrational state and meditate your thoughts back to rationality. Tell yourself, Niguang, you're not being rational. You're not being rational. If you punch Paul, you're going to get in trouble. Please be rational. Whenever I'm about to do something stupid or retarded, I tell myself, Niguang, you're not being rational. Like when somebody shouts at me, I'm thinking, and I want to shout back. Niguang, you're not being rational. Tell yourself that. Tell yourself right now, you're not being rational. When you're aware of it, it suddenly becomes a lot harder. It's like when I tell you, you're breathing manually again. Your toes are touching each other. You become aware of it and you're like, shit, now I have to breathe manually. Something very similar. When I tell you that you're not being rational, you're going like, shit, yeah, I'm not being rational. Now I have to be rational. It's something like that. Try that out. Number 2, people wear masks. We as humans learn that we must fit into society's expectations. We always try and hide certain aspects of ourselves that may not really match well with society. It could be talents, it could be scars, physical scars, it could be emotional scars. We try our best not to show society that. And that's hyper and enhanced on social media. I think you know what I'm talking about, right? You know that one guy in your school whose Instagram account is crazy. He's always doing the most crazy shit when he posts, of course. But when he doesn't post, what is he doing? He's scrolling on his phone, he's consuming, or he's having demon thoughts about his life. They don't show that now, do you? You don't show that now, do you? I'm going to admit I don't really show that, but obviously I have my own stuff that I deal with that I don't really show to everybody. And that's the same for everybody. We all have aspects of ourselves that we do not want to show to everybody. And we will only show the stuff that we want other people to see about us. Like, you know what I'm talking about. When you go meet up with your guys, or you go meet some new guys, they'll always be like acting retarded, they'll be racist to each other, but it's all having fun. What happens when you go home? It's 2 a.m., 3 a.m., and you get a sudden random urge to work out. Like, my life is shit, I need to go and get some shit done. And then you start doing push-ups on the floor. You know what I'm talking about, right? That random 3 a.m. motivation, that your life is shit. But you don't show that to everybody. And I can say the same thing for girls as well. They could be smiling one moment, they're like, hey, it's really nice to meet you. And then the moment you turn around, they start gossiping about something. You're like, oh, I don't really like this guy's annoying. And words are another thing that kind of adds on to the masks. Let's say we are at a party. You meet me at a party and you say hi. And you're like, hi Niguang, so how are you liking the party so far? And I respond, I'm like, yeah, I enjoy it a lot. It's really, really fun. I want to replay that clip for you. I want you to see, am I telling the truth or am I wearing a mask? I'm like, yeah, I enjoy it a lot. It's really, really fun. The key here to understand, once you understand people, understand that people wear masks, you can better help them, or you can better, what's the word? You can better tend to them if you can understand what is truly going on inside their brains. You can understand what's truly going on inside their brain. You can better tend to them. You can better tend to their needs, their emotional needs. But people wear masks. You can't really see what's going on. But once you understand that people wear masks, and you stop listening to their words, you don't look at their masks, you look at the non-verbal cues that kind of just leak out, that kind of follow their emotion. Then you'll notice, I didn't actually quite enjoy that party. Why? My eyebrows were furrowed. My face was kind of disgusted. I was faking a smile. I was shaking my head. You know what I'm saying? This kind of stuff, you got to train yourself to do it. I am by no means a master, but it's honestly kind of fun. I read a few books about it, I watched a few YouTube videos, but once you actually try implementing it and you're like, that guy doesn't really mean what he said. Something doesn't match up there. You're going to realize that when their facial expressions, their non-verbal cues, their body language doesn't match up with the words they say or the mask that they put on, you're going to be, something ain't right there. Then you can go ask them, so you want to go chat over there? Because you can tell that person's obviously sad. Say, hey, you want to go chat? Want to have lunch together? You can better tend to their emotional needs, and you can thus build a better connection with them, and they like you more as a human being. Hey, this video is damn bloody long. Yeah, you know what? This video is damn bloody long. I'll put this final part into a different video, because it kind of links into another video idea anyways. My name is Niguang, and this channel is all about me sharing the stuff I learned from either books or from my life experiences. And I put it all into like a package, into all the videos on my catalog for you. And if you like me so far, you can drop a subscribe and you can check out the rest of the videos in my channel. Cheers, bro. I hope to see you next time. Boom.